Welcome once again to another episode of Explore. Thank you all for tuning in. We're here to talk about some very exciting news that is happening for I don't want to say the Tri-County. I want bigger than that because Oakland's not far away, Garrett County. Mineral County is not far away, either is Hampshire. So I want to do the kind of a 5-county area, but they can go even further than that.
What would that be called? What's a 5 bypass? What is that? A quadruple?
Quad would be 4.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to 5 counties or more. But the big news is, and I don't know if you've ever attended, but Love Christian Assembly is going to be doing Rockin' New Year's Eve again.
Yeah. How many years?
It has been 9 years.
Since it was done last.
Wow. My wife was pregnant with Autumn.
Okay.
And that's how I figured that out. Because I saw the pictures and she was trying to stroll around with a little baby bump.
So I wasn't here in the area for any of these. So if it was last done 9 years ago, when was it first done?
It was first done 8 years before that. So
that
the first one was 17 years ago. Isn't that hard to believe?
That's interesting. It's 2000. That's 2005, right? 17. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 2005. It was done for 8 years.
Yes, I remember these vividly. I remember the first one. We asked to have it at another place. I'll protect the guilty here by not saying who turned us down. And they're like, no one's going to come out in the cold for something like this. Here we are. We were 8 years later. We had our biggest attendance. 3,500 people came. And Gary Michael, the mayor, still the mayor, was the mayor back then. That's a long run.
How old was Gary 17 years ago? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Man. I can't do that high at math. But 17 years ago, we went to Gary and we're like, Gary, we need a place to hold this. And he was forward thinking enough to say, Petersburg parking lot, I want this to be involved in Petersburg.
All right. So I wasn't here. So tell me 2005 through 2013. What was the attendance? Like, what was it year one?
I don't think it was 2005 because I think the last year we did it, maybe I'm off on my math. The last year we did it.
I meant 2015.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah. Anyway.
So what's the attendance like? I mean, like I said, I've not been here.
Yeah. So I remember, totally like I was saying, I remember the very first one.
Okay. How cold was it?
7 degrees.
That's cold.
That's cold.
And that's from a boy who was lived in Chicago.
It was 7 degrees, and we're like, oh my God.
Who's going to come
out?
Are
we going to get anyone to come out to this? 7 degrees. My band is up there playing 7 degrees. I actually remember the opening act. I worked with him at the ballistics plant in Kaiser, and 500 people showed up.
Okay.
The first year at 7 degrees. And I was like, you know what? We've got something here. 500 other dim-witted people like me were out there.
That's cool. But what did you do year one?
So
what were the events?
It was very basic. Year one. Excuse me. We started off with, of course, bands. We've always had bands. Bands have always been the center of it because you want to keep the
music,
night rolling along while they're doing other things. We had a horse-drawn sled ride.
Okay, year one.
Sure. One.
One horse?
We had...
Or one ride?
One horse. One horse. But the line was very long.
Okay.
So you didn't get like tons of rides.
Okay.
And so we decided to do, because we were on a budget, we didn't know what we were getting into. It was the first year. We did homemade carnival games.
Okay.
So, you know how like you go, if you went to the fair, I don't even know if they do it. I think they still do it, where they have the dime pitch.
I don't know if they're the dime pitch, but I was at the fair last week.
Yeah.
And they had like little games.
Yeah. And so we did ping pong balls.
Okay.
In the red Solo cups.
Yep.
And if you got one in,
you got a shot?
No. This is a family-friendly
event.
Okay.
No sorry.
You were in Chicago for a while.
I was at a different New Year's Eve party then, I guess.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun. We did games like that. We did balloons.
Yep.
On, I can't remember, but it's that kind of foam.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that the needle,
The dart.
or the dart, thank you,
yeah.
would stick in and crush the balloon. So we
Okay.
did kind of homemade games
So
like
music, carnival type games, and a horse.
Yes.
Did you do fireworks at midnight?
that. We did fireworks the
Okay.
very first year. Yes, we did. So we did fireworks at midnight.
How did you do fireworks year one? Because you were on a tight budget, right?
We were on a tight budget.
Was it like two guys holding sparklers?
Yes, that's
or-
what it was. And we said, okay, it's almost midnight. Like
Sure.
the sparklers. And, one sparkler went on before the other.
Mine's not lit.
Yeah. No, but we had a company that helped us out.
Okay.
And my good friend, who I reached out to again, Bob Clark, he's from Moorfield. He helped put off the fireworks for us.
Nice.
Because you have to have someone who has a license to put off the fireworks. You have to go through how many feet away from buildings, and all this stuff. So we had fireworks, and we had free food, and we did hot dogs the first year. And that was basically it. And fire barrels.
Okay, yep.
Which I need to put that on my list. We need to find fire barrels.
Are you sure?
Well, I would love it to be like it was the next couple of years. So we started off small, 500 people. We're like, this is going somewhere. So the next year we ramped it up. Oh, and we were on John Park's flatbed trailer.
Is it the same one that we used at the parade Wednesday night?
Yes. Yeah.
Same. Okay.
It was.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So the next year we reached out to the Parks and Rec and said, hey, can we use that trailer so we have a nice backdrop? It's more enclosed, stops the wind. It was windy that night, 7 degrees with the wind, and there's nothing shielding you because it's just a flatbed. And of course, Louis Alt, then the Parks and Rec director, said, "Of course, have it." And since now Jim Reel has said, yes, come
We saw
use the trailer
Jim
at the Tri-County Fair Friday night.
Was that Friday night? Yeah, it was great. A big thanks to Jim. I mean, he was like, "We're supporting the community."
Yeah, so we give Jim a lot of thanks on that. So that we upped it a little bit there. Did a few more things. We got away from like the carnival games and brought in some bounce houses.
Okay.
And so the kids were able to bounce. And then I think we added on like, okay, let's do popcorn this year with the food. And we just kind of kept gradually adding on. The second year, it was 22 degrees.
Better.
It snowed.
Oh, wow.
So it did not feel 22. The
It was
snow.
damp.
No, it wasn't even damp. It like insulated it. It felt warmer than 22, but the horse-drawn sleds actually got to let their wheels down and do the sledding the second year.
They let their wheels down? Is that like...
Their wheels up. They brought their wheels up, their sleds down. Sorry.
Yeah.
So that's the only year that they've been able to do sleds, not wheels.
That's nice. Okay, and so year 2, how many people?
Oh, it was well over 1,000.
Okay.
Well over 1,000.
1,000 people. And I'm asking questions because
you weren't here.
I wasn't here for any of them. Where are these people from? Because we're in Petersburg, where we held it. But we have a strong reach in Moorfield, obviously. Mm-hmm. We have swimming lessons there. I think last night we had some swimming lessons there. In
Pendleton County.
Came
down. Kaiser, Mineral County.
Okay.
A lot of people started coming from Mineral.
Okay.
And then as we went on, we saw people coming because it just kept building momentum every year.
Okay, so let me ask, just because I don't think we want to go through every year.
Yeah.
Year 1, 500 people, 7 degrees. Year 9?
Year 8.
Year 8. What was the temperature?
It was funny because after year 2 where it was 22, every year after that it was above 30 degrees.
Oh, that's
the highest being 48 one year. It was amazing.
Remember the Christmas event last year?
The Christmas, it was 50
until the wind came and dropped it down like 20. But it was nice.
It was gorgeous.
It was very nice. Okay,
Yeah.
so last year, 40s,
Yeah.
and how many people?
The biggest year wasn't the last year. We had about 3,000 people. The biggest year was the next to last year when we had Cooter from the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah,
over 3,500 people came that year.
I bet if you had Daisy Dukes,
I don't know about now.
Or Daisy. Sorry, not Daisy Dukes. Daisy.
Barbara Bach, I think is her name.
How old would Barbara be?
Jeez.
How old was Cooter when he was here? I mean, that's been
He was old. He was in his 70s, and he sang.
Did he?
Was our band. He was. This is funny. He was the opener for Grand Illusion.
Nice.
That's how big Grand Illusion is. That's funny.
All right, so year 10, year 8, you've had over 3,500, about 3,000, and the weather was good.
Weather was great.
So what did you do? What was the biggest event you had every year? I mean, you said bands every year.
So the horse-drawn sled ride took off. By the end, we were doing 3 horses a night.
Okay.
It was a 45-minute wait for 3 horses. That was always full. Always full. We started doing funnel cakes.
Oh, I love funnel cakes.
Funnel cakes.
Just for the record.
Always, actually, all the food was always full. Coffee, hot chocolate. It was always full. There was a 45-minute wait no matter where you were.
Hot dogs.
Popcorn.
Funnel cakes. Hot chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
Did you do coffee?
And coffee also.
And was there cold drinks, like bottles of water, something like that?
We had sodas, water.
Okay.
We had it all.
Nice.
And we started upping our game. We brought in, I was looking back at old videos, which I did post.
With the tag it.
Yes, I will have to tag it. We posted, it was right when near to where Transformers came out. We had Optimus Prime and Bumblebee.
I saw that on the post you did today.
And we had Iron Man and Batman.
Okay.
And the real life, obviously it wasn't Christian Bale, but it was the real costumes.
Okay.
We paid for these. The Optimus Prime stood 9 feet tall and walked.
I saw Elsa in a video today.
Yes, and we had Elsa come in, and she came in on the sled.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, we brought her in. She brought the cold in. It dropped down to 5 degrees, and then she left, and it warmed right back up.
Let's not invite Elsa this year. I have a feeling I'll be helping out, so let's keep her away.
So, and we did zip lines.
That's cool.
1 year, and we had the fire department go down the zip line to kick it off.
Nice. I actually, this week, my kids went back to start school. I took the kids up to Oakland for ziplining.
Yeah.
The kids loved it. So that'd be great.
It's a lot of fun.
All right, so this is what we've done in the past. It's not free, obviously. No, it's free to the community.
Yeah, it's free to the community.
But it's really local businesses supporting it in a nutshell.
Yeah, and Love Christian Assembly taking the biggest part of the burden.
Understand.
I don't know if we should discuss financials, but at the last year we were doing it, it cost the church out of pocket almost $15,000.
It's a lot.
It was a lot.
It's a big investment.
Everything was free. Everything was
Which
free.
is great. So it's an investment. It's good for
into the community.
It's a good, definitely, 100% agree. So this year, what's it going to be like? First off, what time does it start?
Starts at 9, and that's New Year's Eve, which is actually on Saturday.
Okay, that's good.
So it is a weekend. New Year's Day is on a Sunday, which means Christmas Day is on a Sunday.
Correct.
So it's New Year's Eve. That's Saturday, 9 a.m. till
9 p.m.
Or 9 p.m. Sorry. Well, actually, it's funny because each year people started coming earlier, and we were up to people showing up at 5 p.m. getting ready to.
They don't want to wait in line.
Yeah.
Okay, so 9 p.m. until 12:15.
12:15. We have the big firework display.
So fireworks is the grand finale.
The grand finale.
Okay. Now, in New York, you get to go around and we kiss each other. Is that going to be the thing in Petersburg? Or am I allowed to kiss?
Only with your wife.
Only with my wife. Okay.
No, not everyone with your wife. Just you with your wife.
I was going to say, geez.
My wife will probably be tucked in bed.
She's going to be asleep. You send her home in purpose, right?
Yeah.
So midnight is the grand finale of the fireworks. All right. So it starts at 9, ends at midnight with fireworks. What's going on this year? What are the events?
So we've already reached out. We have all kinds of bouncy things that we're going to work on. Different, jousting and a bounce axe throw.
Okay.
And a huge, it's called a mega obstacle course. The thing is massive. We're going to do that. I was looking back through some of the years and I was like, we had some cool stuff. We had a guy do an ice sculpture.
That's fun. 1
year in front of everyone. That was super cool. And he was local. I don't remember who he was. Pastor Dixie remembers, our mom. Okay. But we're exploring ideas. We're definitely going to have the food. Definitely going to have the horse-drawn sled rides. They're already booked.
Back up. I like food. So what's our thoughts for food? And I know you're finalizing things as we speak.
Finalizing, definitely hot dogs.
Okay.
Definitely hot dogs.
Very nice.
Definitely funnel cakes.
I like funnel cakes.
Definitely popcorn. Definitely coffee. Definitely hot chocolate. Sorry, my mind went blank. And then the other drinks. Okay. So definitely those items.
Okay. And that's all free, 100% free for the community.
100% free. I'm working on some other things, working on booking a band. Okay. Of course, if you saw my post, I said there was a rumor going around the Grand Illusion was getting back together. I was meaning for next year at the pool.
Okay.
But then we decided to do Rockin' New Year's Eve, so we moved up our timeline.
Yeah.
And Grand Illusion will be performing again at Rockin' New Year's Eve, and then another band. So we'll have music. And then normally I DJ like the last, 3 minutes of the night, taking us in with the countdown and all that. We also had a gigantic, massive big screen, which we always had to rent. Now I've donated all my sound and all my big screen to the church. We're going to attempt. We have to get with Petersburg Electronics, who has done it for us every year that we did it.
Nice.
So we can set up watching the ball drop on TV.
Okay.
And so I forgot about that. We always had a big screen set up for that.
So midnight, ball drop, fireworks, food,
drawn sled
rides. Yep. There is the bouncy houses. So are there any surprises if it's a surprise, you won't say what it is.
Yeah. I mean, I would love to be their surprises. I'm racking my brain for something new.
Okay.
I did reach out to someone for something that would be totally new and totally different. We're waiting on an answer. You know who you are. Help us out. And if we have that, I think that'll just be a nice added addition, something cool and neat.
Okay. So is it... what's his dog's name? A baby dog or?
Oh, Jim Justice is.
What's his dog's name?
Is it Baby Dog?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's probably something close to that.
Yeah.
So we've asked him to come?
No, that would be interesting.
That's true. That'd be fun.
We could have Jim Justice come and bring, some donations to help out with
That's
it.
True. So talk about finances. So it's a big investment. The community's helped in the past.
Yes.
So going to the community is nothing new.
Yeah.
It's just how do we do it?
Love Christian Assembly always underwrote the biggest part of it, but the community was very supportive.
Good.
Because even $50 helps. Because $50 can buy you, like 200 hot dogs. So $50 helps.
$50 will buy 200 hot dogs?
I think that's what I get when I go to the pool.
Really?
I think.
It's a great price.
Maybe not. Maybe
I bought 4 hot dogs at Food Lion for $6 on Saturday. They were Hebrew National.
Well, Shop and Save does really good with me with the pool.
Okay.
So we'll be pulling on Shop and Save again.
That's a good deal.
Yeah.
Is that a wink wink?
Yeah, that's a wink. Yeah.
Keith?
Yeah. But even $50 helps out because you have to get buns, you have to get ketchup, mustard.
Agreed.
Things like that. So what we're doing this year is because the podcast has been so successful with all the viewers, we decided that if people sponsored, we would donate airtime to help them out. So that's another way of us trying to give back, but also help them because we want to recognize the people that help out.
Absolutely.
Because they deserve to be, recognized for their, selfless act of helping out for a community event that does. Listen, I've already had cops and fire departments come up to me and say, we are so happy you do this because the roads were actually safer the years that you all did it. And so that's good. So it's clean, it's dry, it's family friendly. You can bring your kids out, not have to worry about anything. No drinking allowed. We police that very, very heavily. So back to the sponsorships. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some sponsorships. We have a bronze sponsorship, which is $50, and you get a mention on all of our Explore channels. So when we going over and everything.
Yeah, so we'll be doing this frequently up till, and we will thank our sponsors.
Yes,
we'll publish it on all seven channels.
All 7 channels,
and including YouTube, Rumble, Facebook,
and Facebook.
Everything.
That's our channels. So that's for $50. Okay. I mean, that's pretty good.
I spent that getting food tonight.
Yeah,
just for the record.
So $50 ain't bad.
Agreed.
For $250, the silver sponsorship, you get a business logo on all the event advertisements. So when we start passing out, flyers and hanging them up, your business logo
even
will be
on social media.
Even on social media,
you'll have it there.
So we'll figure out a way to watermark it on the podcast if we have to. I mean, there's ways that we can do it. I've done that for Grant Memorial Hospital when they sponsored. Plus, you get mentions on all of our Explore channels.
Correct.
For $500, you get a mention on all Explore channels. You get a banner at the New Year's Eve event. The banner is provided by the business. And what we normally like to do with the banners is line them on the front of the stage so it's maximum visibility.
Yeah, makes sense.
So you get to see it. And then the business logo on all advertisement. And then if you're really feeling generous and good about the community and this outreach and what it does, $1,000 sponsorship gets you a 20-minute podcast about your business.
Correct.
To be aired on all 7 Explore channels. We figured up what people got, and it actually equaled out during the election coverage. It was like 2 cents per
Grant Memorial
view.
Sponsored.
Yes,
There
which is
was
unheard of because
thousands.
it's like $1 a view.
Yeah. And we so just for those in business, Ray did one.
Yes,
he
and
did.
Said he saw an increase in his sales immediately after that.
He did. We're right now. Weimer's running one.
Weimer is running
over
them.
the summertime.
Yep, they're selling vehicles like crazy when they get them in. That's a good problem.
It's true. So I mean, it's the same concept.
Yes,
it's a 20-minute sit-down interview. JR runs it, and it'll be on all 7 channels, all 7 counties.
And then we do a banner again, and then logo on all the events, advertisements. So that's our tier. We're appreciative of every and listen, if you're just like, you know what, I just want to give $100, I don't care, I just want to help out.
Yeah, that's okay.
It works because
it all adds up.
Everyone knows this. Inflation, it's bad. So we're actually budgeting double just for the fireworks because I was talking to Moorfield, and they were like, yeah, it was like almost 75% more. And I'm like, oh, geez, and it's a big show. So the finale that you see at the 4th of July's, we spend that kind of money for one big, here it is midnight, let them go crazy. And
even for something like that, you could have a sponsor. If you're saying, hey, listen, I want to invest more in the community.
Yeah.
You can sponsor the fireworks.
Yeah. You could sponsor it could be the, and I'll just use this so I'm not pointing out a business. It could be the Love's Way Village horse-drawn sled ride.
Yeah.
So, the shop and save hot dogs. We can do
hot dog stand. Yeah.
We can do whatever to help out. Because we want to give you your props for helping out. But we want it. Our goal is to make this entirely free
for the public.
Food, drinks, rides, everything.
Yep.
When we first discussed, we tossed around, do we just have vendors set up and they can buy their food? But that just wasn't the spirit of Rockin' New Year's Eve. It was giving back to the community, and that's what we're gonna do.
And we're gonna reach out to Kaiser, Franklin, people in Petersburg and
Mineral County.
Yeah, so we're gonna reach out.
So we didn't get to finish. The more it went on, the more we saw people coming from further away. We started, and we did this because we gave away prizes. So we had them register for their prize and be like, put down where you came from. And it was like Gary County. It was all over. We had one lady, I can't remember the exact details, but she's like, it was always my dream to go to New York City. We just cannot afford New York City. And it was like, you brought New York City to us.
Gotcha.
And it was shortly after that the head of the Cumberland Parks and Recreation Department called me and said, hey, we're going to copy your idea, and we're going to do a New Year's Eve event.
Right.
Like, oh, okay. That's fine. And so each year that we added on, he would call me and he would like, how are you doing this all? Because we just can't do what you're doing. And I'm like, well, it's because of the community.
Absolutely.
The community is just, everyone knows this area reaches out more than any I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
You need something, they're there.
We send 2 tractor and trailer loads to Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Yeah.
Kentucky. Yeah, I'll get it out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this area knows how to give. And so Cumberland was shocked because every year I'm like, yeah, we're up to 3 horse-drawn sleds now. They're like, we're barely affording 1. Community. So that's what's going on. We're thrilled about it. The posts on Facebook.
It's my first year, so I'm actually.
Yeah.
My wife was like, "So what are we doing?" I'm like, "We're working it." She's like, "Oh boy."
And here's the thing. I probably shouldn't tell you this because you have a tendency to disappear during work times to go get food or something.
Sometimes you got to go see if McDonald's is open or Dairy Queen or.
We used to start at 6 a.m. and not get done till 5 the next morning.
I think you should definitely do that.
Yeah. Well, it will be.
I think.
But here's the thing. That was the beginning of my sound engineer days.
Yeah.
I can set up sound in about 2.5 hours now.
Good.
So it used to take my band and I setting it up. It would take us like 4 and 5 hours to remember how to hook everything up. My mentor, Greg Johnson, who I've reached out to try to run sound for us, he's taught me a lot. So now it's a little quicker.
Nice. I took it down for you Friday night in the rain.
Yes.
So
yeah.
that was fun.
Yeah. Well, let's not talk about that. I was bringing it in the next day, and the sound equipment was all just drenched.
Yeah. People don't understand that's money.
Yeah.
In water isn't good with electrical. So.
Yeah. But so this is what we're gonna do.
Nice.
I'm thrilled. You can probably tell it in my voice. I always loved it.
When I moved back, you said we're gonna do a Rockin' New Year's
Yeah.
Eve, and I was like, okay. And every time we talk, we got to do one. We got to It's good. We're gonna help out. I think the good thing is, and this is my take, the family, bringing families together to celebrate New Year's or whatnot is very important because there's so much that tears families apart.
And I don't want to get political, but that was the main strategy of the COVID lockdowns. It was to tear families apart. There were families that did not get to see their loved ones, which I think all the places that did that, we should have figured out a better way. There should have been a better way. Someone smarter than me should have been able to figure it out. And so I'm happy that we're bringing families together for New Year's Eve.
Free celebration.
Have fun. Be safe. You don't have to be out and party. Or in the bars, I should say. Nothing against the local bars, but come, safe, fun, free.
Agreed. Here.
So, do you have any other questions for me since you missed it? Do you want to know how tired we were the next day?
No, I don't.
Because I literally did nothing.
I'd rather you
New Year's Day.
I'd rather you not tell me. Because we're working on the Christmas Eve event.
Yeah, so 1 week apart.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Yeah.
And my wife is like, we're doing what? I said, well, Christmas Eve in the village, which
if you missed it last year, we had about 500 our first year.
It was amazing.
Christmas Eve at Lovesway Village. We call it Christmas Eve at the Village. And we had live nativity, which is all lined up. Thank you, Wes and Garrick. We had with the live nativity, we had the angels and Joseph and Mary and all that. We gave away tons of free clothes,
toys.
Loads of clothes. Toys. Santa was there. Every kid that went to visit Santa got a toy. We had caroling. And then at the end of the night, we all took communion together. It was really special. So we're doing that.
That's nice.
And then going right to Rockin' New Year's Eve.
Yeah, no, I'm excited about
it. I have a wedding too, like a couple weeks before that, also in December.
Well, it'll be fun. It'll be busy
week.
It'll be
busy. I'm pulling all my lifeguards. I've already said,
asking for that,
guys. You have to help.
My wife says she's going home to see her family in Scotland, so I'm like, which she may. That's fine. You know, that's important. So,
no, but anyways. We need her help. I mean, we need her in the Scottish accent to count down to midnight.
She's a great help. She is a hard worker. So she works harder than I do.
Yeah. Yeah, if I had to trade,
you would take her.
Well, no, I need you to be my keyboardist and sing Jump for me.
That's easy. It's easy. That's easy.
Except getting those 2 big keyboards up on the stage.
That is true. I think we'll get down to one this year.
Oh, you're going to do one? You're just going to do the small one?
I think we're getting better.
Okay.
It's only taking me a year and a half.
Yeah.
So.
The more he practices, the better he gets. So we're really excited. I really am. Can't wait.
Well, we'll be reaching out.
Yeah.
We'll be asking for your support. If you say no, we're not offended.
No, we're not offended.
Don't be offended, but we're going to ask. And so it's okay to say, hey.
What did the man get that didn't ask anything?
If you don't ask, you don't get.
Exactly. Didn't get anything.
And it's if you don't want to donate, it's okay, but still come and bring your family.
Yeah.
It's don't have guilt about it. I mean, it's just
come and rock out with us.
Sometimes you can.
I've got a pretty good set list picked out.
All right.
Party music, dancing music.
Well, you haven't texted it to me.
I did, but for some reason you have a crappy
an iPhone 13, I know.
Yeah, and it won't cross over for some reason.
Have we thought about asking Apple if they donate?
Yeah, there you go. That would be great. I'm sure they could fund the whole thing and really make it big.
We'll ask him and Bill Gates and
Yeah.
Elon Musk and
Yeah, Elon, we'd probably have better chance with now.
that is true.
Of course, he's set to lose $1 billion with Twitter if that all pulls out. That's went dead. That story's went really dead.
Anyway.
Yeah.
We'll talk about New Year's Eve.
Yep.
Rockin' New Year's Eve.
I'm happy.
I'm excited. It'll be a good first year.
Yeah, it will. Oh, you said first year.
For me.
Oh, because we didn't say why we're doing this. It's Love Christian Assembly's 30th year anniversary.
True.
Yeah.
So everything the church is doing this year is a flashback to things they've done over the past 30 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were in the parades, passing out the banners on it. Hey, won first place for most outstanding Christian float.
I thought they said for the most outstanding, the person outstanding in a fit. What was it?
The person out. It was the best bald guy tandem, you and me, on the float. I think Keegan won it for us as dressed as
she
the
did
dog.
a good job, the dog.
That was hot.
She said that she was cool.
Oh, but she did have the little ice pack.
She did. She did a very good job. I was just nervous about falling. I kid you not.
Yeah.
I'm not very
nimble on your feet.
No, I'm not. So if I start going, I'm going.
Mom went down.
Did she?
Yeah, she did.
Oh, poor lady.
She played it off well. She acted like she was kneeling in prayer, I guess.
If I fell, I would have went over the edge.
Oh, jeez.
That had me concerned.
But thank you to Miller Trucking.
Yeah, M&M.
Yeah, for providing that, because
the truck was beautiful.
Someone said, "Oh, the truck was gorgeous." Thank you to those that drove it.
I think it's Jesse
and
Summer.
Yes,
is that right? His fiance.
Yeah,
they were. Jesse was very polite.
Yes,
he was just a nice.
They were terrific. But someone said, as soon as I saw you all up on there, I said, they're up to something again. And then when they found out it was Rockin' New Year's Eve, they were like, this is going to be great.
Yeah, thank you to everybody who helped. I mean, we went through 1,000 invitations.
Yeah, before the end.
Yeah, probably 1,000 whistles. I'm sure the parents loved us.
Yes.
On the car ride home.
Yeah, I actually threw 2 to my guards because my guards have a tendency to forget their whistles. So
That's
I'm like,
good.
I saw 2 and I'm like, here's an extra whistle for each of you.
And they were nice. Some of them were metal.
Yeah, the metal ones.
Yeah.
Those plastic ones, they don't last long.
Well, that's because Michaela chews it. But.
Yeah, but so speaking of that, also the very first year, I forgot this. We did sparkling apple cider.
Okay.
And did the little plastic cups for everyone to have a toast.
Oh man.
Gave the blowers and gave the whatever year it was, 2007 or whatever, the hats and the glasses and beads, and we did a whole bunch of cool stuff like that.
Wow.
But it was a lot. After the first year of 500 and us trying to pour 500 drinks, we didn't do the sparkling apple cider again. It was like
understood.
1,000 would be hard to pour because you have to start so far in advance for that.
No, I get that.
And then if it's cold, it's probably just, I can lick it like an ice cube.
It'll be fun.
It will.
I'm hoping for good weather.
That's
what I'm hoping for.
That would be great.
Yeah, I'm hoping for good weather, please.
Yeah.
Please. So.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Very good.
So that's it. So you can contact me if you know my brother more. You can contact Justin. Most people know me around here. They're getting to know you, though. The restaurants are getting to know you. You are your father's son.
I'm not surprised. Was it for my complaining?
Oh, jeez. But you can contact us if you want to help out. If you want to volunteer and just say, hey, I'll come help you carry speakers out of the back of your trailer. I'd love it. So you can reach out to us. But this will be on all of our Explore. That's Explore Grant County, Hardy County, Pendleton County, Mineral, Hampshire, Tucker,
Randolph.
Nope. And that's all of them. So you can catch it. Hopefully, we see you and your family rocking New Year's Eve, Saturday night, 9 p.m. to 12 p.m., 12 a.m., technically, December 31st. Everyone, have a great day.